Monday's experts.
So what we've actually started to see now is a lot of the bearish news really start to take hold in the market. The wheat crops are big right throughout Europe, the Black Sea. There are a few weather concerns in Russia, but nothing of any great magnitude at the moment. The US corn crop is in excellent condition. It's 95% planted as at last week, so the whole will they get the crop planted story is gone. There's been rain through the hard red winter belt in the US, so the dry weather concerns that we were focusing on a month ago have largely dissipated now. The crop has really stabilised there. And even down here in Australia, there's been a lot of fear that El Nino is going to take hold and we're going to have a poor winter crop. And whether or not El Nino takes hold in the spring remains to be seen, but what we have seen over the last 6 weeks is pretty much ideal planting conditions for most of the country's cropping belt. Certainly the exception is here in the north. Queensland and the very northern parts of New South Wales are still dry in patches, Queensland in particular, but in the grand scheme of things in the world market, that's a very, very small piece of the pie. So we have seen a lot of bearish news hit the waves in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and as a result the market's reacted. We've got corn down 60 or 70 cents a bushel off its highs, we've got wheat 120 or 30 cents a bushel off its highs now. And cash prices here in Australia, depending on where you are probably $15 to $35 off their highs. So it's hard to say if we actually are at the bottom. The market's come off so far, but what we do know is that we're within about $10 a tonne of where Black Sea milling wheat values got to last year. We're within about $10 a tonne of where global barley values got to last year. This is to the downside. We're certainly at levels where the Chinese engaged for Australian feed barley last year. This is looking out into our new crop. So I do think we start to get to a level where a lot of the global consumers probably stand up and say, I've seen enough of the downside now, I'm ready to do some buying. And so I think the immediate downside in those markets is probably limited. That's not to say that they can't continue to trend lower over the medium term, but I think at some point here the global consumer is going to step in and try and catch that falling knife.